Welcome to my first official sports chat podcast slash, just chatting. We're going to focus on the AL side of baseball. So, 8 teams go into the playoffs after 60 games. We're going to run down the AL East. I don't think Baltimore and Boston are going to be that good. But in 60 games, you never know. Teams catch fire, going an 8-game winning streak. You have, a couple here, a couple there. They're going to be competitive, but I don't think Baltimore and Boston get it. So that leaves Yankees, Tampa, and Toronto. I think all 3 of those make the playoffs. Who wins the East? It's either Tampa or the Yankees. I'm going to go with the Yankees, but I don't think their starting pitching is as great as everybody thinks. So we go to the Central. You have Cleveland and Minnesota, I think, will be the 2 there. But look at Chicago, the White Sox, making a little run. They have a rookie named Luis, signed him to a big deal, and never played in the majors until opening day this year. So look for Luis to do something with Chicago White Sox, and they might be a sleeper 8th seed, 7th seed. And then you go to the West. You have Oakland, Houston, Seattle, Texas, LA, Angels. Here's the big thing. The Angels. Baseball wants their number 1 player, their best player, the best player in the game, the best player I've ever watched play baseball, Mike Trout, in the playoffs. I think that's why they went to 8 games. So Mike Trout can finally get in the playoffs. This will be his 2nd time if the Angels get there. He's only been in the playoffs once. You got Albert Pujols, Justin Upton on that team. Ohtani is a pitcher, DH on that team. I think he's going to have a great season. Hitting. Pitching, he's going to be okay. He didn't last much yesterday. Didn't record an out. So, see coming back from Tommy John surgery what he does. So what you're looking at Oakland and Houston. Oakland is a really good ball club. Really good ball club. Houston, we'll see what happens with Verlander. Let's put it like that. But their lineup is so good. You can't dismiss their lineup. And then you go Seattle and Texas. Seattle can be good. They really can. But I don't think they can match up through 60 games and beat Oakland and Houston to keep pace with them. I just don't. And then you have the Angels and Texas. Texas is rebuilding. We're not even going to throw Texas in there. And now their starting pitcher, Shane, is out 4 weeks with a tear behind his pitching shoulder. So he's gone. So Yankees, Tampa, Toronto. And then you go Oakland, Houston. That's 5. And then you got Cleveland and Minnesota. So that's 7. So between the Angels and the White Sox, who's going to be the 8th team? The Angels' pitching's okay. It's not great. Their lineup is better, I believe, than the White Sox. But they play out west. So who do they play out west? Well, they have to play my boy, Mookie Betts, and the Dodgers. So they have to play the Dodgers. Then you got to play the Dodgers. You got to play the Padres. You're looking at Mike Trout has to do something against the West. So what do you give? Arizona, San Fran. San Fran ain't going to do nothing. So you got Dodgers, Colorado, and San Diego that Mike Trout has to hit against. So they're got to play 20 games against these 5 teams. So they have to go, I'm saying 20-20. They have to go 20-20. If they don't go 20-20 against those teams and then go, what? No, they're playing them 10 times, right? So it has to go 10-10. And then go 20-20. That would make 60. So, yes. So they have to play them. They have to go 10-10 against the NL West to have a chance to be. I'm saying someone 500 is going to get in as a wild card. Yankees, Tampa, Toronto. Toronto might not get in, but I think they're so good lineup-wise with the young, hungry kids that they're going to get in. And then you leave Cleveland, Minnesota. So I think it's going to be Toronto, White Sox, and LA Angels trying to compete for 2 spots. I like Tampa really well. I love their pitching staff. Their lineup isn't that great. It's good, but it's not great. The Yankees, I don't like their pitching, but I love their lineup. So, does pitching in a 60-game series favor, or does a pitching staff favor 60 games, or will the hitters be favored? So you're going with Yankees, Tampa, Toronto, Cleveland, Minnesota. I think Oakland, Houston, and the Angels for my 8 teams. And then let's go to NL. I don't think Nationals are going to be that good. I think Strasburg and Scherzer are going to keep them in games, but I don't think they're really that good. The Mets lineup doesn't scare me, as the Braves just took 2 out of 3 from them. Their pitching does, though. And Philly, I think Philly is going to be 3rd, 4th place team. Maybe even 5th place team. I think the Marlins are going to surprise a lot of people. They're not making the playoffs, but the Marlins are going to surprise some people. And then you got Cubs, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh. Cincinnati, sleeper team, good team, really good team. They did a lot this offseason. David Ross is going to have the Cubs where they need to be. And St. Louis is just St. Louis. They always do something. And then let's go. The Pirates, they're going to be okay. I think in Milwaukee, that's a 4 horsemen right there. Cubs, Cardinals, Reds, Brewers. 4 horsemen right there. Go to the West. San Diego, hungry and young. Good pitching staff, good lineup. Colorado, mad about last year. I think they're really mad at what happened to them last year. They fell apart at the end of the season. They got the 2nd best player in baseball, Nolan Arenado. Y'all can fight me on that. I don't care. Nolan Arenado is the 2nd best player in baseball behind Mike Trout. 3rd best player is Mookie Betts. And, well, the Dodgers are in this. So what are you going to do? You can't just throw the Dodgers. You just can't throw someone out there against the Dodgers and hope that they're going to strike them out 12 times and, hold them. The Dodgers are going to score. They're going to score a lot. They're going to win a lot. They've already scored 22 runs in 4 games. And then San Fran's rebuilding. They played their AAA team against the Dodgers, I believe. Arizona, I think Arizona's going to be good too. I really do. They got to have some hitting, though. Their pitching's going to be okay. They got to have some hitting. So you got the Dodgers coming out of there, and maybe San Diego. Well, you got to have 2. So Dodgers and San Diego coming out of the West. The Cubs and the Reds are coming out of the Central. I want to say Atlanta and the Mets. Atlanta's coming out of the East. We can agree to disagree, but the Braves are coming out of the East. Right now, they only got really two pitchers I believe in, and that's Fried and Soroka. Their lineup's striking out a hell of a lot, and that scares me. Acuna's like 3 for 14, 15 with 10 strikeouts. So, I mean, what are you doing? And 2 grounded out in double plays. So, what are you doing? Who's carrying us right now? And we won 2 games in New York, and we're down 6-1 right now in Tampa as we speak. And Dansby Swanson is your hottest hitter. I'm sorry, we're down 8-1. So, Dansby Swanson is your best hitter right now. Your 2 best catchers were sick. They missed a whole Mets series, but William Contreras has been playing lights out as a rookie. Never been past Double-A. Playing so good right now. Alex Jackson, he'll get there. So, Atlanta, Mets. I think so. I think Philly's lineup is okay. I think their starting pitcher isn't okay. I just don't see them in the top 2 spots. Cubs, Reds, Dodgers, San Diego. So that's your 6. And then who are the 2 wild cards? Arizona and St. Louis? Arizona and Milwaukee. Milwaukee and St. Louis. Philly and St. Louis. I'm going to go and say 10-0. 10-1, by the way. That it's going to be Milwaukee. Man, Pittsburgh, though. I think Arizona makes it. So let's throw... God, they only scored 9 runs? Again. Colorado scored 8 and won 2 games. So I like their lineup, though. Let's see what their lineup looks like. Let's see. Roster. See their rotation. You got Bumgarner, Ray. Luke Weaver just got hurt, so I mean, I love Mad Bum. I wish he was a Brave and Robbie Ray. So now you're going with Stephen Vault, who's going to play great. And then you go with Marte, Escobar, Nick Oddman, which I think Nick Oddman is very underrated. Peralta, Sterling Marte, Cal Calhoun. Man, I don't know. Okay. So I'm not there with Arizona then. I mean, I am, but I'm not. So do we go? You know what? I'm gonna give Philly in there. I'm gonna let Philly sneak into one of the wild cards, and we're gonna say Milwaukee. So we're gonna go NL East, Atlanta, New York, Philly. Philly has a wild card. Cubs, Reds, Milwaukee, San Diego, Dodgers are our 8. And then Yankees, Tampa, Toronto, Cleveland, Minnesota, Oakland, Houston, that's Seattle, and the Angels. I think Mike Trout gets in. I'm saying this now, but if Mike Trout get in, they could be a force. If that team gets hot right before the playoffs and make the playoff, that team could be deadly. I mean, that lineup is really good. It just has to click at the right time. So, we'll see. I think that's those 16 teams are the ones I'm predicting. I'll do another one of these probably later in the week to check back in and see how it's doing. Right now, Miami and Philly games got canceled because Miami team has Corona, almost a whole team. 9 players, 4 personnel / managers. So we'll find out. Come back and rejoin me. I appreciate everyone. Go Braves, Cowboys, Penguins. Hockey starts this week.